Hello and welcome back to None Shall Intrude Descent. And if you want to check out the game, there is a link in the description. This is the prologue version of the game, so you can play it right now. It's free. You can play this very version that I'm playing right now, right away. So, I just wanted to show you a new build, okay? New build idea. Obviously, this is very much supported by the game. I just wanted to show you some of the interesting mechanics that I've discovered. And maybe they're going to be kind of helpful to you, or maybe they're just going to be interesting to you, or whatever. I've just been having a lot of fun with this, and I don't even have the appropriate boss mechanic to go along with it, because I've actually just unlocked the boss mechanic that I need to be able to make whelps very strong. As you can see right here, my whelp right here has 2,900 attack damage, which is absolutely insane. Now, I also have this relic here. Every time an earth card is used, a random card in hand is reduced to 0 AP. Now, you can imagine how absolutely bonkers that is going to be. So you imagine here, look at this. I have 8,300 armor. Just bear that in mind. And I have 0 cost cards across the board, basically. So you can see here, I literally have 0 cost cards. I could literally play another whelp if I want to. I could play basically anything I like. And this is just enormous damage. Now you've got to bear in mind, there is a very glaring weakness with this particular build, and I'm going to get into that as we progress. But I'm almost 100% certain that I will not be able to defeat the Dragon Slayer at the very end. Also, this zone right here, I cleared this out, and as you can see, there isn't actually anything I can do, probably because I need to maybe clear this one. I'm actually not entirely sure, but there doesn't seem to be any other icon here, so I'm assuming that that's just a bug or something like that. I don't actually know, but yeah, we're going to be going in against this Magister here. This might be a bit problematic, I'm not sure. He's not got that much HP, so it might be okay. We unfortunately do not have any whelps. It would be fantastic if we had some whelps right now, but we do not, so I will just have to do this the old-fashioned way. And as you can see, boom, look at how insanely broken this is. This is extremely strong, and you can see here, boom, look at that, instant kill. And we can go for this as well. Obviously, this doesn't really do too much. I mean, I just wasted that, actually. I should have used it on the little cinder thing at the bottom there, and that would have made much more sense, but it doesn't really matter. He's moved on to the lava anyway. Now, very interesting mechanic, okay? There's a very interesting mechanic associated with hatchlings, and what you can do is you can combine them. So if you put them all in a row, like that, 3 in a row, they combine to create a bigger whelp that has 600 HP, and it's a lot harder for enemies to actually kill this, which is obviously fantastic, because you do not want your whelp to die immediately. Yeah, this is not really going to do much, unfortunately for me. But yeah, as you can see, right now, the whelp is doing some damage. It does 300 damage. It's not amazing, and it is taking some damage from this Magister here, but that's absolutely fine, because what we can do is we can just absolutely buff this to the 9s. So what we can do is like this. We can do something like this. Maybe we can do that. Not a terribly big fan of this, to be honest. Let's just use Upheaval here. I'm just going to use this whelp here, and then we can literally just do this if we want to, but I think that's a waste. So we're just going to attack this thing for 1800, and hopefully the Magister will not do damage to the back one, and instead just do damage to the front one, if it's going to do damage to any of the whelps at all. Which I think it probably will. No, it didn't. Okay, fantastic. It just attacked me, so that's great. And now what we can do is we can combine them once again, and as you can see, boom, look at that. Even more value. Huge amounts of value here. And we now have, well, another free, free card, but unfortunately this was applied to this, which is pretty bad. So, got a little bit unlucky in that regard, but that's obviously the RNG nature of the game. Sometimes that is going to happen. Thankfully, this guy doesn't have a huge amount of attack damage, so I highly doubt he'll be able to kill my whelp. Nope, he wasn't able to, so that's great. And now what we can do, which is going to be even better, is this. Watch this. This is going to be insane. Look at this. Boom. Look at that. Another combination. Boom. Another combination here. Boom. Another combination. Yet more combos. I can even just do this right here on this guy. And there isn't really anything else this guy can really do. I mean, I can't really do anything either, to be honest. I mean, this isn't really going to do much. I can just spread the fire a little bit. But it doesn't really matter because the whelp is extremely powerful right now. It has, 1,000 HP? I think it has 1,000 HP there, and I can even buff it even more if I want to. Funnily enough, Upheaval is probably going to be the thing that I will play, just because that's going to give me extra buffs. I'm going to play this to give me even more extra buffs. I can play this to kill the guy off. And we can literally just play another one of these, and then we are pretty much done. I should have killed the gold vein, of course, but that's not really what I'm not really caring about that too much, because I am having enough gold to be able to go to the merchant. So let's take a look and see. These are terrible. As you can see, these are absolutely terrible. So what I'm going to do is I will buy Avalanche. I will remove some cards. And what we're going to be removing is we're probably just going to remove... I actually don't know what to remove, to be honest. I'm actually thinking right now that we'll probably just remove Inflame. Even though this is cheap, I'm just going to remove it. I don't know whether that was particularly necessary. But yeah, I was kind of hoping... This is the reason why I said to you in a previous episode that... gold is sometimes completely useless because, yeah, sure, okay, fine, I purchased a card, but I now have 500 gold remaining and it's not really going to be used for anything. Okay, there we go. Boulder grants 200 armor at the end of a turn. Okay, that's kind of good, I guess, considering we're playing kind of an earth-based build right now. Earth kind of whelp pet build. It's a bit weird. And these are the things I'm currently using. So if you cast 3 fire cards in one turn, lava tiles gain plus 100 damage. This is basically useless, so I'm actually going to be taking that off right now. And this is what I want instead. I want the Primordial Dragon Egg. I think that's actually going to be providing us with an insane amount of value. You could also go for Whelpling Conclave here. Whelps spawn with 200 attack. So I'm thinking maybe we want to do that instead. You know what? Yeah, let's do that instead. Let's go for whelps. Let's go for a huge amount of whelps. Obviously, this is a thing that I've just now unlocked. So I'm actually very much intrigued to see how it does. Because with my current relic combination with Alderon's Soulstone, I feel like this could be extremely powerful. So let's see whether that's actually the case, shall we? Alright, so we have Upheaval here. So I'm just going to be playing Upheaval probably here. We should probably play this because this is free right now. Unfortunate that we didn't get anything else. I was kind of hoping to get some other, like a whirlwind or something like that. That probably would have been really, really powerful for us. But unfortunately we didn't, so I will just do some damage to this guy. And then my whelps will be dealing some damage. But unfortunately we're going to lose one. We're going to lose one or two in actual fact. Yeah, we might lose. Yep, we're going to lose both of them. So that's just kind of unfortunately how the whelps are sometimes. Sometimes you are literally just going to lose them for no reason. Okay, so let's do this. That's going to combine that. And then we can maybe do this. That's going to gain us a significant amount of damage there. We can even do some damage to this. I'm not sure whether this guy is going to attack this whelp. So I'm actually going to kill the ads, or try to kill the ads as best as I can. Maybe we can do this. Did that buff him? I don't know. It's been only this run that I've been playing with whelps so dramatically, so I am going to make some mistakes when it comes to dealing with them. And as you can see, yes, he was able to murder that one. But that's actually fine. You know why? Because look at what we've got going on here now. Watch this. Watch how insane this can be. Look at this. Look at this right now. Look at this. Look at my armor. And I can continue to do this over and over again. And look at how much armor I'm gaining just passively, and the amount of damage that my whelps are capable of doing now every single turn. And I'm also spawning more whelps every time. And look at this. I can now combine the whelp, and now it's going to be doing even more. And I can now buff it even further. So if I want to, I can buff it even further. I probably won't, because I'm going to try to spawn a lava tile underneath the guy, even though that only does 300. And I personally feel like buffing the whelp is probably going to do more damage. For me personally, I think that's probably a much better idea, but it doesn't really matter because we're getting random whelps spawning every single turn. And I can continue to use everything that I can here to actually continue buffing myself. And look at what we've got. Look at what we've got right here. I can even use momentum if I want to, and I can kill this guy. And I basically had no issues at all. And this is playing an earth-based build with whelps doing most of the damage. Because look at what we have. This is it. Every time an earth card is used, a random card in hand is reduced to 0 AP. And you've seen my deck, right? Haven't you seen my deck? Yeah, I think you did when we went to remove things. I have mostly earth cards. And then I have some whelps, and that's basically it. And obviously Fire Breath is doing something, because, you know, I do have a free Fire Breath every single turn, which is obviously very, very useful. And now I can actually clear this region, because I actually cleared the other region just now. So this is good. So now I'll be able to gain another relic, which is obviously going to be extremely, extremely powerful for us. Okay, so I can now actually do... yeah, okay, so we can actually do something kind of cool here, maybe. Let's see if we can actually make it work. So what I'm going to do is I'll play one whelp over here. Then we'll play a upheaval here. Then we will play... yeah, that's going to be unfortunate. We might be able to make it work. So what we'll do is we'll do something like... yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. I kind of hoped that that would not be the case, but we need the AP. You see, we need the AP, so we can do this, and then we can combine all that. And I can only hope that this whelp is going to kill the archer. It didn't. Okay, unfortunate. Now, I'm not entirely sure what this guy does. I forget what the goblin does, so we might have a bit of an issue with him. Oh, this is a perfect location for this guy to spawn. Absolutely wonderful. So now, as you can see right here, we can now get another upheaval, and boom, all of my cards are free. You see that? Every single one of my cards is free, and I can continue to deal free and clear damage. Absolutely free and clear damage. I need to actually do some damage to this guy, because otherwise he's going to be a little bit problematic, isn't he? So... oh, I actually can't do any damage to him by the looks of things. He has so much HP. Alright. Okay, I'm not sure how we're going to deal with him, but I'm a little bit worried about him, to be honest. Okay, so let's just do this. I'm just going to continue buffing these whelps. And this is the funny thing. Look at how much I can buff myself. I can buff myself so dramatically, and all my cards are becoming free because of this Earth card. And this is the point. Earth is actually extremely broken if you have the right relic. And that's exactly how it is for pretty much every single build in the game. It's all to do with having the right relic. If you have the right relic, you are going to be absolutely 100% fine. And you can see here, look at how much damage my whelp is now currently doing. Obviously, this guy is probably going to come and try to suicide on us, probably. He's probably going to do that. I'm not entirely sure, but let's just do this. I kind of want to play the upheaval. Yeah, play the upheaval here. And then we get free cards. This is another free one right here. And then I can literally play this on a lava tile, and then we have free stuff once again. And then I can play this, and I can actually do some damage to that guy if we want to, or I can do some damage over here. I don't know whether 700 is actually going to save me, so I'm actually going to get the gold, I guess. There you go. And we now have 850 gold. I am not entirely sure if I'm even going to be able to spend the gold, to be honest. So let's see what happens. Okay, we're doing a lot of damage to him. Now, he is probably going to try and do some kind of kamikaze attack against us, because he is a kamikaze goblin or something like that, right? Okay, so now this is where we get a bit of a problem. I don't have any earth cards, which is funny, because I actually have, what, 5 or 6 in my deck? So technically I should have been able to, but I didn't. So we're just going to have 2 fire breaths that we can use against this guy, and I'm just going to be focusing him down as best as I can. We can obviously get... we can actually use 3 fire breaths against him, which is pretty nice. And as you can see, huge amounts of armor being gained. I have literally 12,000 armor. Yeah. 12,000 armor. That just goes to show it's absolutely insane. And yeah, funnily enough, the attack here, increase the attack of cards, doesn't really do anything for me. It doesn't really do anything for me at all. Okay, so here we go. Firebomb deals, okay, firebomb deals 1,000 damage. Okay, yeah, I guess that's fine. And what is this? What was that legendary thing right there? It said gain legendary something or other. I don't actually know. Okay, well, it doesn't really matter, I suppose. The funny thing about this is that I actually have no idea where to go. I guess we'll go for the blessing. I kind of... Okay, lose 300 gold but gain 5,000 max HP. I don't really need the attack, do I? Because I guess attack could be useful for the fire breath. Yeah, okay, fine, let's take it. We'll take it for the fire breath, because that's kind of useful, I guess. And now we've got the Dragon Slayer, so this is going to be interesting. I'm kind of hoping that we're going to be able to do pretty well here, but it very much depends on the draw. Oh, I got a... Okay, this is the legendary item that I had, as far as I can tell. Okay, so let me just... Okay, I have free cards basically across the board, so I don't even need to really worry about anything. And I'm not going to play this right now because it's exhaust, so I am just going to wait with that. Actually, I could just play it. Ah, interesting, interesting. Okay. Let me kill the archer. Should I kill the archer or should I kill this guy? I don't know. I feel like it's a waste if I... Yeah, it's definitely a waste if I kill the archer, isn't it? Okay, so let me just do this and then play this right here. I actually don't know. I feel like this is a huge waste if I do this right now. Yeah, I think it's a huge waste, so I'm not going to play it right now. I think it is probably going to be good for me to wait with that. Can kind of just hope that the whelp does not die. There we go. Nice. Absolutely perfect. Okay, so now we may, in fact, see something really amazing here if we get lucky, okay? If we get really lucky here, we are going to be amazing. Okay, look at this. Watch this. Look at this. Oh, unfortunate, unfortunate. Okay, I was kind of hoping for a little bit more than that, but never mind, never mind. It's okay. It is still absolutely fine. So let's just kill this thing. And can kind of hope that the whelp is going to kill that archer. Nope, just killed one of the footmen. That's kind of useless, but oh well, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, this guy is basically going to do no damage. Like, yeah, sure, okay, fine. We lost the whelp, but that's okay. We don't need the whelp to actually win this, which is quite funny. Because I would have expected that we would, but we don't, because watch this. Look at what we can do now. I can just literally continue playing earth cards infinitely. As long as I have an earth card, I can just play earth cards over and over and over again. And I'm just going to play this just to kill the archer. Just going to play this just to kill the archer. That's all I'm going to do. And the amount of armor I'm getting right here, he has nothing on us. He basically can't do much. He's going to do 10,000 damage. Obviously, you've got to bear in mind he is going to do 10,000 damage at some point. But at this moment in time, he's nowhere near going to be doing that. So we don't need to really worry too much. So let's play this. Let's play this. Just continue to buff ourselves a little bit here. Let's try and kill that guy. Let's try to spread... is that going to actually help us? Yeah, it does. Okay, that's kind of good. Let's spread that. Oh, actually, never mind. I didn't spread it right. Yeah, see? That's another new mechanic that I haven't really gotten straight in my head yet. But it's okay, because we're fine. I mean, look at what's happening right now. We're absolutely fine. Okay, so he is actually going to be dealing some pretty big damage to us next turn, I'm pretty sure. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to get this. There's the whelp. Let's try to buff it as best as I can, and then we'll try to deal some massive damage to these guys. Yeah, that attack actually, the attack that we got before is actually making a huge difference to us now. And look at what we've got going on here. We are eventually and soon going to completely and utterly outnumber this guy. And he has no idea. That's the funny thing. He has no idea. So let's just do... I'm actually not sure where to put it. Over here, I guess. We can do that. Do this. Just do a little bit of damage to him. There we are. And he's going to do 10,000 damage to me, but I actually do not care. That is not a big deal. That is not a big deal at all. Yeah, sure. Okay, look at how much damage he did. I mean, yeah, he did quite a lot, but, you know, we're still completely fine. And look at my whelpling. Look at my whelpling right here. My whelpling is going to absolutely destroy everything. So, boom. We're just going to continue doing this, and we can do this as well. Let me just transform that over there into a firebomb. And then we can do something like this. Unfortunately, I can't buff that whelp. It would be really nice if I could buff that whelp. Maybe it would be a better idea for me to buff the whelp instead of dealing damage. I actually don't know. I think in general, if I were to be able to buff multiple whelps, then that would obviously be worth it. But the way it is at the moment, I don't think so. So we're just going to do this. That's going to buff that whelp, which is really nice. And then we can actually start killing these guys off. And they are going to die really, really easily. Obviously, because we have a firebomb right there as well. And boom, they're already dead. I can't do anything else, though. But the whelps will finish them off. And look at how much armor I'm gaining. You see how much armor I'm gaining? This is the reason why I wanted to make a video on an earth-based dragon. An earth-based dragon is extremely viable as long as you support it with something else. It has to be supported with something else, obviously, because earth doesn't really have any way of dealing damage. You need to have something, and this is a nice way of doing it without actually using a huge amount of fire. So I actually kind of like that. Let's play Upheaval. That's going to get me a free whelp. Let's play that right there, play that right there, and then I should have played the Avalanche actually, but yeah, we'll just buff this. There we go. And these guys, this guy right here at the back, this Dragon Slayer guy, he is literally just gonna completely avoid doing any damage to me right now. He's not wanting to deal damage to me because he just cannot. He just can't. There is nothing he can do. And that's all there is to it, basically. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to play an Earth card here. Really, really big Earth card. Boom. And then we are going to be playing... this is a bit problematic. Not entirely sure where to put this whelp, to be honest. Oh, well, never mind. It doesn't really matter, I suppose. Now we are going to actually have to start doing some damage here to get these guys out the way. Unfortunately for me, it is going to be a little bit problematic. Hopefully they're going to... Hopefully the whelps are going to kill them. Yeah, yep. Yeah, okay, come on. Kill that last one at 100 HP. No, you didn't? Ah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, so we may end up losing quite a few whelps. Yeah, we actually lost all of our whelps at that point, which was super bad, obviously, as you might expect. But that's okay. I'm not really worried. I am not really worried at all. We can continue to maybe... Can we continue to buff ourselves? No, it doesn't seem like it. Okay, that's somewhat unfortunate. Oh well, never mind. I can indeed clear the board, or try to clear the board as much as possible. There we go, good damage. Let's use our rage ability here, and try to kill them. There we are. And they're going to die from lava, and this whelp is still alive, which is wonderful. But we are not in any danger. Have you noticed? We are not in any danger. We are in phase 1 still. And there's nothing they can really do, which is super, super amazing. I actually really, really like that. I really like the safety of this entire thing. We can actually do something like this now as well, where I can just play this, and then we can just play this whelp over here. And then I can maybe do... Yeah, I'm actually not sure. I guess I'll just continue to attack him, I guess. I don't know. I should have played that a little bit differently to make sure that I could have used the 2 upheavals, but it doesn't really matter that much. As you see, he actually just did 4,000 damage out of the 10,000 that he did before. Just because he couldn't do anything else. There wasn't anything else he could do, so it's pretty amazing. And we're going to just buff ourselves a little bit here. And just buff ourselves again. Buff the whelps. huge amounts of armor coming our way. So his normal attacks are basically going to do 0 damage because he's hitting for 2,000 every single turn. But we are just completely negating that every single turn. There's nothing he can do. So we are just going to be playing this now. That's going to combine our whelps. Then we can literally play Avalanche for free, play Avalanche for free, play Fire Breath for free. You guessed it, yeah. And we can even buff our whelps even further. And look at what we've got going on here. My whelps have 1,700 damage. Yes, 1,700 damage. And because we have armor, this particular ability that the Dragon Slayer has is going to do 0 damage. And obviously he is buffing himself every so often, which is kind of annoying. But that's not really, you know, that's not really a big deal. And we can literally just kill these off, kill this guy. And then my whelps can finish off the Dragon Slayer without any issues at all. And boom. Look at how simple that was. And this is an earth-based dragon with an earth-based relic as well. And it just goes to show that you can play pretty much any build you like, and you can probably come up with something pretty nice. Obviously, you have to bear in mind that this is very much a case of, yeah, I mean, look at this. Look at how many people I actually killed. This is actually kind of crazy. But yeah, this is very much a case of basing your build around something that you pick up initially. This is what I said in the previous episode as well, where if you get a relic that fundamentally buffs something dramatically, and I'm talking about Earth here, obviously, because look at this. This is super powerful. Every time an Earth card is used, a random card in hand is reduced to 0 AP. Obviously, this is heavily counterable in certain fights where bosses may add cards to your deck, because then the 0 AP cost will be applied to those things, and that's obviously not good. That would be bad. That would be very, very bad. But as it stands, this is a really, really nice build, and I actually had a lot of fun with it. These are my talents if you wanted to know. So I have this instead, replace all fireball cards in the starter deck with hatchling cards, and so on. And I had a fantastic time. Really, really fun. Really, really fun. And there are a lot of different ways that you can obviously build. Yeah, I don't know. Loads of different ways that you can do this. Like, for example, you could even do an exhale build. You might be able to do a firebomb build, but I think firebombs are not that difficult to get, considering you can actually get this thing, which spawns firebombs every single turn, which is pretty cool. Reach 8 AP in 1 turn. Oh, okay, I guess that's kind of doable if you have a lot of wind, I guess. If you have a lot of wind cards or something like that. Anyway, if you want to check out None Shall Intrude Descent, there is a link in the description. Hopefully this has been fun to check out, because I personally found I actually really like trying out different builds and trying and seeing whether certain things can actually work. And an Earth Dragon is 100% viable. It just needs something else to kind of propel it forward, and I think whelps are an absolutely perfect accompaniment. So I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.